All right, what's going on, dudes, and welcome back to Minecraft. This time, we're going to be checking out a new command for horror mode. It makes the game a lot more difficult. Well, at least it makes a few of the mobs a bit more difficult. So let's get started with things, and we'll see just about how difficult it's going to be. I have the command in here already, going to activate it. By default, it's already active. There are no items to grab because it just affects existing mobs. It actually adds a new one as well, which we'll get to in just a moment. But let's start off with what we got here. So we've got the witch. We got the blaze, the enderman, the ghast, and the slime, and the sheep are in here for an extra purpose that goes along with the enderman we'll get to in a moment. But we'll go ahead and start off with the witch, and you'll see what sort of changes we have here. Now, I should mention first and foremost, if you're going to do this, you want to be really geared out. You'll notice I have like the most fully geared out armor and sword and bow that's possible, and I have some golden apples as a spare because let's just say we're going to need it. So here we go. Let's put down the witch. It doesn't seem too bad, right? It doesn't seem too bad. Seems like a pretty normal witch until we attack her. And now she turns into a particle beam, right? And that particle beam can like move along really, really fast. And then if we get too close, she can also go ahead and pick us up, which is kind of, look at this, pick us up into the air. And unless I actually move away, oh God, you can take some serious fall damage. And then the potion's still thrown as normal. And then she also has the ability to spawn these baby zombies. And basically, it's a whole pain in the butt. Horror mode with witches. Let's see if we can actually kill her. And there's more health. That sort of goes without saying, but more health sort of goes along with like all the mobs. And I have the sharpness 4 sword, so it'd be really convenient. I'm actually going to have to eat a golden apple despite all of my protection. The easiest way to kill the witch is going to simply be to snipe her from a distance. There you go, with your bow. Whew. All right. Needless to say, going to be a little bit stressful. Look at, oh my God, with the golden apple, all the debuffs and buffs that I have particle effects turned off just because I figure there's going to be a lot of them with the golden apples here. Anyway. So that's the witch. Kind of a pain to kill, but you can do it. Okay, so here we go, actually. This is a good segue into the new mob here. We got 2 of them. These guys here are known as blood ghosts, the new mob that's added in by the command that can spawn anywhere, day or night, which is always a good thing. To start off with, they're pretty slow. They have this white trailing particle effect where their head should have been. They'll deal some damage if they hit you, but, you know, they're pretty slow. They're not going to pose much of a threat. However, when you hit one, or both, because of splash damage, they actually start going a lot faster. They have this blood particle effect that comes out of their head, and they start spawning these blood fountain things nearby that do damage if you walk into them. They like wither you, and it's pretty great. Except it's not great because it'll kill you. And then, now you'll notice they're back to normal. They're going slowly again. They have the white trailing particle effect. They healed themselves. Not good, right? Not super good. So basically, you need to kill these things real quickly. Otherwise, you're just going to have to start all over again. So, not exceptionally convenient. So let's see if we can take these 2 out before too many more spawn around. There we go. All right. Took them out. Didn't let too many blood fountains spawn all over the place, but they deal some damage. They deal some damage. Let's heal ourselves up. Anyway, that was the blood ghost, which is the new mob added in by the command. Next up, we've got Blaze Men, which are always a pleasure to fight in normal Minecraft, but here, oh boy, you're in for even more of a treat. So, it's got 1 new attack, which is this sort of raining down fire thing, and 1 sort of modified attack, which is that when he shoots the regular projectiles at you, it then creates this whole AoE thing, this particle field around where the projectile hits, and if you walk into that, it's going to light you on fire and do damage. See this little particle area here, you walk into that and you're on fire. Now, it's not a big deal to me because fire resistant right now because golden apples are the best. But if that weren't the case, we would be in a lot of trouble. We'd be, well, on a lot of fire, pretty much. So unless you are fire resistant, the easiest way to take one of these dudes out is going to be with a bow and arrow from a distance. Now, just like every other mob here, it's, you know, they have more health just because they do, because that's how this command does it. And then we got another freaking blood ghost over here who I'll see if I can take out before he goes and heals himself. Come on. Yeah, just please don't heal yourself. Don't heal yourself. There we go. Whew. All right, we'll spawn another blaze just for the sake of showing exactly what he does one more time for reinforcement. So he's got his raining down the fire and the particle effects around the projectiles that yep. There you go. All right, so that's the new blaze. Easiest way to take him out. Bow and arrow from a distance. If I could hit him. There we go. All right. And has he managed to do that? No, I think there was a lava pool over there. Anyway, next mob made way more difficult by this command, Enderman. So I'm gonna put one down right here. You'll already notice it's got this fancy particle effect around his feet, which is new. But then we'll spawn some sheep around. That's not a sheep, that's a ghast. Whoopsie, okay. Let's try that again. You know what, we'll avoid putting sheep down for just a moment here. So they have the particle effect. If we hit one of you, oh boy, they can teleport us around. Also, we're in a grass biome, which in and of itself means that they're a lot faster than they would be in any other biome. So that's something somewhat inconvenient. When they teleport you around, they deal extra damage to you, and it makes it real difficult to kill them. Hi there, Blood Ghost. Can I just take you out really quickly before you heal yourself? It'd be great if you guys stop spawning all over the place while I'm trying to show off that god dang it, he healed himself. There you go. We're done. We're done with you, Blood Ghost, and we're done with you. Freaking Blood Ghost, dude. You're done. You're done. Get out. I don't want you. I'm trying to show things off. You're done. You're done. There we go. Okay, good. We're all in the clear. Let me spawn another Enderman. And then I'm going to go ahead and spawn actual sheep around where I'm currently at. Not ghasts. Sheep. Very hard to tell the difference between the spawn eggs sometimes, but these are, in fact, sheeps, as you may be able to tell. So, what happens when you have sheep or pigs or cows around the location of the Enderman, and you, oh god, attack them, is that as you deal damage, they can actually... See how it momentarily turns into Enderman food? The Enderman can, like, teleport the sheep to them and consume them to gain health back. Again, pigs or cows or any of that stuff. So not only do they take less damage, oh boy, they run around faster and teleport you around, but they can regain health by destroying, oh god, nearby sheep. And it really is a nightmare to try to kill these dudes. Okay, you take them away from the sheep field. So basically, oh my god. Recommended, don't fight them in grass. Don't fight them around sheep, pigs, or cows. Don't do any of that. I don't even know where I am anymore. Are we back over here? Well, I guess there we go. Wow. Yeah, that's not fun. Enderman, everybody. That's Enderman. So, with that said, why don't we move on to, well, you already got a preview of them, ghasts. So here we go, ghasts. Well, fireballs do a lot more damage, blow a lot more things up. If I can get him to go up, and there we go, that's what I was trying to see. So if the fireball stays in the air for too long, then what it does is it splits into 5 smaller fireballs, and those travel for a little bit, and then they start to descend down to Earth. And then they do smaller explosions. 5 little tiny, there we go. See, it's been in the air for too long. They explode, go into different directions, and then they descend and do even more damage. Not more damage than the original one, but oh man. And the Blood Ghost taking damage from the ghast. All right, hey, come over here, bud. I can't have you destroying the machine. That would be not good. And then, see, it splits because it was in the air for too long, and then also just boom, it's bad. You know, as usual, your easiest, best way to take care of a ghast is going to be to shoot it with bow and arrow. They're not terribly more resistant to damage. You can take it out pretty easily if you can actually hit it using a bow and not have the things freaking split in front of you. There we go, 1, and then there we go. Just fireball back in its face, which only works some of the time because, if it's in the air for too long, it'll just split, and then you don't have the fireball that goes into the ghast. So they deal a lot of damage. Probably don't want to fight one of these around your base. Well, how would you get it into the overworld anyway, unless you purposely spawned it there or had a mod that was doing that. But anyway, if you have another nether base, don't fight ghasts around. It's bad news. Break everything. But that's ghasts. Not terribly more health, but pretty damaging to the environment. Last but not least, we have slimes. So Jerry doesn't exist. No more. Jerry is no more. It's only big, super massive slimes, and they can jump up in the air. And when you're in the immediate AOE around them, you'll get a little bounce up into the air. It'll deal you some damage, and that'll happen. They're also, they deal damage when they run into you, and all in all, not extremely pleasant. Now, the best thing about this whole experience here is that if we kill one, right? Let's see if I can do that. Air shot. Oh man, I thought I could lead it maybe. Nope. It spawns 2 to 3 big ones. So really, you can't solve your problem by killing them normally, because it'll just make it a lot worse. So what you're gonna need to do, the only way that you can actually defeat a slime, is with either, that's not gonna work in survival mode. I've made a terrible mistake, but maybe I can make this work. Keep on hopping through that lava. Keep on hopping. There we go. See, I made it work with 1 lava bucket. I wanted to be creative where you could just span a lava bucket around. But if you get them into lava, they can die. Also, you may have been wondering, you probably didn't notice it, but maybe you wondered why I had this patch of sand over here. And the reason is because slimes, for some reason, they really don't like sand. So if we put you down here and have you chase me onto the sand over here. What are you doing? What are you doing? Do you not care about? Oh my goodness! What are you doing? Here we go. Freaking come, follow me to the sand, okay? Or land on the sand. That would work too. Come on the sand, and then he's gone. So, sand and lava. Only 2 ways to get rid of slimes here. Otherwise, you're just gonna make your life. Oh, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be really bad. So see again, boom, take him out from a distance, and it's just gonna make everything really unpleasant. It's even worse. Come to the sand. Come on, just come to the sand. Come to the sand. Everything will be great. You're done. Oh man. So if you don't like slimes, make your base on sand, or make your super flat world have a sand thing if you're gonna do it there, and more blood ghosts. So that's Minecraft a horror mode command in a nutshell. I hope you've enjoyed. If you want to check out the command for yourself, there's a link in the description. Make sure to like if you liked. Check out the playlist for more of these sort of command type videos, and subscribe for more videos in general. That's about it for now. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time.